morning. Happy Friday. My name is Sandra Waldrop. You are watching Kingdom Makers, and this is my segment on Craft Around the Clock. Isn't it glorious? Isn't today just a glorious day? I am just so happy for today. I am feeling so good this morning, which I haven't felt great the past few days, so I'm really happy about this. And today I am officially transitioning out of Christmas mode. Like, it's been so hard for me to just think of crafts that are not Christmas related. I could be a Christmas year-round creator, I think. This could just be Christmas Town because I am all about Christmas. But I did want to move into more of the Valentine, decor and stuff for my house and my family and everything. And so we're going to be moving into Valentine's Day today. Today is not a themed day on Craft Around the Clock. It is a regular Friday, but it's still fun because it's Friday. The weekend is here, y'all. The weekend is here. My husband is off of work. And so if you hear any crash bang booms, hello, Miss Lori. Or if you hear anybody clearing their throat, because my husband is notorious. Anytime I hit the record button or the go live button or anything, he immediately has some sort of something going on. Oh my goodness, it is just hilarious. But so my husband's here, my kids are here. Good morning, Miss Tracy. And so you will more than likely hear noises, and you may even see a child scrambling around me trying to get her dog, because her dog is currently hiding beneath my feet. Yes, your dog. Because he knows he's not supposed to be inside right now. He knows he's supposed to be outside. And he was in here eating the cat food, which he knows he's not supposed to be doing. And he saw my husband, my husband's silhouette, not even my husband, because it's not clear glass that we have. It's it has a privacy film on it. And good morning, Miss Sparky. And he comes walking up, and the dog spots his silhouette and comes and darts under my feet as if I'm going to protect him from having to go outside. So I just thought that was hilarious. Good. Oh, thank you, Miss Sparky. So we are going to be working on a Valentine's Day garland. Okay, and I am so excited. Oh, I love you, Big Two, Kefany. You're so sweet. Thank you. So, hearts. Okay, I love to crochet. I've been crocheting since I was 5 years old. Okay, but I kind of move in and out of it. It's been really hard for me the past few years just to settle myself enough where I could just go ahead and sit there and crochet for hours on end. Last night, I finally sat down and finished my husband's blanket that I've been working on for more than a year. And I got really excited about these crocheted hearts and the crocheted sweaters and things. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, right? I'm gonna do this. And so I made, yes, Mom to the rescue. She came and got him. I made all these little hearts to go on the garland. You can't really see the maroon very well, but I did some maroon and I did some pink. You can see the pink better on camera. And then I did some yellow. Okay. Now we're going to be using these for sure in the garland. We are going to make at least one of these on camera so I can show you guys how to do it. But this morning I was like, you know how cute it would be to make a sweater or to even use these on a garland. a little heart granny square. Okay, I made this morning, and oh my gosh, I could not do this on camera yet, but I'm going to get proficient enough in doing this that I could probably do it on camera. It's got like the tails all from me crocheting it. Aw, thank you. But isn't that darling? Wouldn't that be so cute? Just like a bunch of these in different color combinations or whatever, strung as a garland. So if you wanted to, if you are a crocheter or if you're wanting to learn to crochet, this is not hard. These are not hard at all. These are extremely not hard. And these could be used not just on a garland, they could be used as bookmarks, they could be used as little hair things, like they could be used as all kinds of stuff. Good morning, Miss Darla. Aw, thanks, Lori. So I think the yellow shows up the best on camera, and I'm just going to bring y'all in and I'm going to show you how to do one real quick. It should only take me a few minutes to show y'all. Let me see if I can zoom in this morning. Good morning, Cynthia. There we go. Come in real close and come down a bit. Okay, there we go. You can see half my face, but you can see my hands real big, and that's what I want. Okay, so I'm gonna use the yellow. These are the 3 different colors that I used. I picked these up from Hobby Lobby. This is 100% acrylic, 7 ounces, 300, all this stuff. This is the 5 millimeter. It says to use the 5.5. This is my favorite hook right here, and this is what I use just about for everything. This is a 5.25 millimeter hook. So it's not exactly what this yarn says to use, but it works amazingly for everything I've ever used it on. So, and the pink, actually, this is Rosy Cheeks, and this color is cream. This is actually more like a yellow, like buttercream or buttermilk looking color, but it's just called cream from I Love This Yarn. That's the brand. I Love This Yarn. And then this is Rosy Cheeks from I Love This Yarn. And then this real pretty kind of maroon color is Aubergine. That's the color name on that one. This one is a different material. It's more like the traditional, just thick, something that you would use for probably like a scarf or a hat. And these are more for, I don't know, you might use these for like a baby blanket or just something more delicate. But I'm a mix and match girl. If I find a color I like, I'll just use whatever. So those of you who crochet may go running for the hills right now. Hello, Miss Linda. You've got a favorite hook that... Yes! Okay, thank you, Miss Sparky. I'm not the only one. This is my favorite hook. And I had 2 of them, and I lost one. So I'm going to go looking around in all the couches and stuff. So what I do to hold my yarn to keep the tension, I've never seen anybody else do it this way except for my mom, and that's because she taught me. So she's the only other one I know who does this. Not even my grandma did this, I don't think. But I take my pinky and I wrap it around, and then I bring it over my index finger. So pinky, wrap around, index finger. Okay, and then we're just going to create a magic loop is what they call it. So I'm gonna get a good amount kind of hanging off my hand here, and then I'm going to wrap it around my middle finger. Okay, then I'm going to take my hook. You can't really see. I'm going to take my hook, I'm going to pull it under this one, and I'm going to chain 1, and that's going to complete my little magic loop there. Okay, then I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to do 3 treble stitches. Okay, you finger knit but you've never crocheted, it's definitely worth trying. It's definitely worth trying. Don't give up or get discouraged in the beginning if you feel like you're all fingers, because it can be tough in the beginning. But I learned how to do it when I was 5. All of my girls have crocheted since they were itty bitty. It's not hard. So for the treble stitch, you're going to wrap your yarn around your hook twice, and then you're going to go into that little hole right there, pull through, and you'll see that you've got 4 little doodads. Okay, you're going to hook, and then you're going to pull through 2, hook, pull through 2 more, and then hook and pull through the remaining 2, and that is 1 treble stitch. Okay, so we're going to do that 2 more times. So here we go. Here's 1, 2, 3. So that's 2 treble stitches, and then we've got 1 more to do. I don't know if y'all, let me bring you in just a little bit closer. Okay, so you guys can really see my hands here. Okay, so now that we've got those going, remember where your magic circle is, or your magic loop, whatever you call it, because you want to make sure that you're going into this and not like back into any of these stitches or anything. Now you're going to do 4 double crochets. Okay, so 1, you're gonna, okay, I didn't explain that. So you're gonna wrap the yarn around once. Okay, you're gonna go into the magic loop, pull through, and you've got 3. You're gonna pull through 2 of those 3 and then pull through the last remaining 2. So it's very similar to the treble, except you're only wrapping once and then you pull through twice. Okay, so that was 2 double crochets. Now we've got to do 2 more. So here's 1. Okay, and then let me make sure I'm in frame there. Let's see. And 2. Okay, so let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you've got your 3 trebles and your 4 double crochets. Now you're just going to chain 2 to make the little V at the bottom of the heart. Okay, and then you're going to do the exact same thing in reverse that you did on one side. You see how we've got this nice little half teardrop looking situation? That's half of our heart. Okay, and I've got my 2 chained, and then I'm going to go in and do 4 more double crochets. So 1, 2, hopefully y'all are able to kind of tell what I'm doing. So that's 2, and then 3 and 4. And if you want to learn how to crochet, there are tons of tutorials on YouTube, but how I learned how to crochet was by watching my mom, just literally sitting next to her on the couch and watching her as she would do all these projects. So now I'm gonna do 3 more treble stitches. So here's 1, and again I'm gonna pull through, pull through, pull through. Okay, wrap twice, pull through, pull through, pull through. Okay, and then wrap twice, pull through, pull through, pull through. Okay, now in the beginning we had done those chain 3, right? So we're going to do that again. So 1, 2, 3, and then bring it to the center, and we are just going to do a little slip stitch. Okay, so now it looks like that. It's got a big hole in the heart. We don't have a hole in our heart, we fill it with Jesus. So let's go ahead and tighten that hole by pulling on the end of our magic loop, the original beginning. Okay, and there you go. That is your heart. If you wanted to tie it off there, you could, and just have little hearts to use on your project, or you can do as I have done and just go ahead and chain. I chain about 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, and then let me zoom back out. There we go. So we've got this nice long tail on it for hanging, and then I'm just gonna cut it and I'm gonna pull it through and tighten, okay? Now you still have this tail back here. What I've been doing is I just take this tail up and tie it around my little chained tail. That way it's secure and it's not gonna move, and I'm comfortable with that magic loop not coming undone. I don't use magic loops much, and so yeah, so I get kind of nervous about that. My daughter's texting me, can you tell Lily to call Emma, please? She's texting me and I cannot respond to her. So, all right. So we've got 3 of these, and I wanted them at different lengths. So I believe these 2 are actually 12 and 15, and then now I have one at 20 chained length, and then I've got 3 of the pink that are all at 15, and then I've got my varied lengths of the aubergine maroon. Can you call Emma? She's texting me. I guess she's running into a moral dilemma at the gym. I guess somebody forgot their key card and it's after hours right now technically, and she's not supposed to let people in, but she feels bad not helping people when she knows they need help, which I don't know what to tell her with that, because good morning, Patricia. So we've got all of these. You see how quickly we did that, and I was like going slow so I could show y'all. I don't know how well y'all were able to see over my fingers, but there are a lot of really simple tutorials on YouTube if you need like a better angle, or you know. Oh no, I'm sorry, Denise. I will link the YouTube video that I used to learn to make these. They don't do the chain in that, but it's easy to add that on to their tutorial. Okay, so, and I will link also the video to make this little heart granny square, because I just think it is so adorable. I can't wait to use this to make like a sweater or something. I really want some like heart sleeves. I think that would be so cute. All right, so let's get started on our garland. We've got 30 minutes left. Let's see what all we can get done. I'll pull out one right now. And all I do here, I actually learned this from Miss Brenda. And I know I'm gonna get her page name wrong right now, because even though she's my adopted crafting mom, Totally Together Crafting with Brenda. I think that's right. So she had a video on doing these paper bag garlands, and I just thought it was so cool. So I just kind of, that bottom flap, you just cut that right off, okay? Then you're left with this seam that you can fold over, and this will be the front of your thing. And then you can save this to Make like a little snack cup or something for your kids. I don't know. Your grandkids. Whatever you want to do with it. Anyways, before I move on from the crocheting, I wanted to tell y'all, I watched this girl on YouTube. Her name is Emily Ann Roberts, I think. I don't know. I'm confused on her name. I guess she sings. I've never like heard her music to my knowledge. She's a country singer. But she is just so cute. And so Yeehaw Meemaw is a phrase that she uses because she's young and she does crochet and gardening and canning and all the stuff that I do too. And so I just thought, I am a Yeehaw Meemaw too. We can all be in the Yeehaw Meemaw club if we want to be. So if you want to be in the Yeehaw Meemaw club, let's do this, okay? We can be in our own little Yeehaw Meemaw club. All right, so I'm going to take my little paper thing, and I'm going to fold it in half. You don't have to put that flap down yet. I'm just gonna fold it in half so that I can do a little V on it. I'm gonna cut from the center fold. Make sure that it's not quite folded because you don't want to seam. You're just gonna kind of bend it in half like this, okay? Then you're gonna come up and cut a little V there. It's best if you do these all at once. Oh gosh, I did it the wrong way. Retake. Let's try that one more time. Oh gosh. Oh, it's early, y'all. The coffee has kicked in, but I haven't eaten anything. So I'm just like, all right, cut off your top. Okay, that's the first thing you're gonna do. Okay. Then you are going to fold it in half. And let me do it this way. And instead of doing it this way, we're gonna do it that way. And that makes more sense, okay? So let me turn it that way. So I'm starting from the open end. Start from the open end and cut upwards towards the center, okay? All my Yeehaw Meemaw friends. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at how pretty that looks. Now, if you do a few of them, you are more likely, if you do it at once, or not like together because the paper shifts, but if you do it don't make the same mistake twice, you are more likely to get a similar angle if you do more than one close together in time, okay? Because I don't know about you, if I do something and then I try to come back to it, like it's gonna affect my work. It's gonna affect things. Okay, so I've got 3. And I still need to cut the tops off of those, but we'll just work on this one right now, okay? You love her. Isn't she just darling? Like, I want to be her. I don't want to be her, but I want to be her friend. I love her personality so much. I love it. I love it. She's just so like high energy. I feel like I could really like feed off of that and have more energy in my life. Right now I have to just rely on coffee. Yep. Coffee and sugar are the 2 main sources of energy in my life currently. All right, got that. Let's pull out some Dollar Tree doilies. These have been in my back room for a while now, just waiting for their opportunity to shine. Today's your day, doilies. Today is the day. I can't remember what I purchased them for. They're all like dusty. The packaging is dusty. And this is not going to tear easily, even though if I really needed it to hold on for dear life, it would not. But today, it says no ma'am. So I'm just going to have to be not so delicate with it. Now who's at my feet? Now I have a kitty cat at my feet. She caught a little baby mouse yesterday. And she had a fun little time with it and had her snack, and it kind of made me get kind of because it was a baby mouse. Anywhere where there's a baby mouse, that means there's a mama mouse, and y'all have been on this mouse road with me for a while now. Hello, let me see, my eyes aren't working with the white. You missed the crocheted hearts. Yes, definitely. Sonia, definitely watch the replay, the beginning of the replay, but I will also put links to a couple tutorials in there that are just a little bit more, like at a better angle and a little bit more in depth. But I wanted to show y'all how easy they are to make. That was like the biggest thing, is that I wanted to show y'all how easy they are to make, because you can make them with kids, your children, your grandkids, neighbors' kids. I don't know. Go pick up a kid from Walmart. Just kidding. Oh, good morning, Miss Mary. Thank you. All right, so let's get these doilies looking like they are from another time. They look too new. Let's get out our coffee grunge, and I'm just gonna pour a little bit in the lid. It's kind of thick because I'm at the end of the bottle. I need to make more, but I need to go to Dollar Tree and get supplies. That's not gonna work out for me. I had forgotten. Y'all, I walked away from my craft table the other day, and I had all sorts of things going on. I left my big old bottle of Mod Podge open, my my foam brush that was covered in Mod Podge just sitting here for like a whole day. I didn't find it till the next day and realized what I had done. So that was a little bit of a situation. Oh, it's going under the top. That's okay. So I'm just gonna cover these with my grungies. The grungies on there. I love that these doilies have like little rose impressions on them. They're so cute. If you've ever bought doilies, or if you've never bought doilies from Dollar Tree, they come with rose impressions on them. So pretty. I might have gotten more than one. No, I don't think so. Okay. This cap has like a cardboard thing in there, and all my stuff that I put in there is going under it. All right. Nice and aged looking now. Maybe I will actually put the lid back on this, and I'm sure it's gonna leak now because I did that. It's gonna be coming out the sides. Let me just do a little wipey wipe here right quick to my bottle. Oh, hello Angelica, happy Friday. Tamara, how are you, sweetheart? Miss Mary, oh yeah, I hope everyone's feeling better. It seems like everyone's had something going on, even me. I know that I'm not like a spring chicken or anything, but I'm fixing to turn 41. I will turn 41 next week, and oh, there's another one on here. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull these off. I thought there was only one left, but there's a couple there, so I'm just gonna set that over there and let them dry because I don't have time to prep all of the doilies at the moment. And let me put a little bit of air on these. Let's see here. Oh, thank you. Miss Diane, good morning. I don't think I saw you come in. How are you doing, sweetie? Cynthia, hello. So, anyways, I had done a similar garland for Christmas, and it turned out so cute, and I just loved looking at it. Am I the only one who kind of like fixates on pretty things? Like, people probably think that I'm crazy and weird, because if I'm talking to somebody and they have like a really pretty like necklace on, or I notice like their ring is just really like big and blingy, or if their outfit, they're just like really put together, I'll just be like, and like, you know, like taking in the beauty of what I'm looking at, whatever it is. And so when I did this garland, I was kind of doing the same thing, just like chilling on my couch, and I would look over and spot, so there was two together in that one. I would look over and spot that garland, and it would just bring me so much joy, you know? And so I was like, you know what? Christmas is getting put away. I had two together there too. And I really need another pretty garland. So let's get this going. I might do a heart granny square garland. I just think this is so darling. It's just so cute. I love it. I love it. I definitely am not proficient in it enough to do one for you guys live though. I'm sure soon I will be, because I'm really good at hyper focusing when I want to learn something, which is how I became an herbalist, which is how I became a homeschool mom that knows like all the laws and all the things. And you know, I just, once I want to know something, or you know, get all excited about something, I have to like really take it in. It might be the ADHD, I don't know. I don't know. All right, we've got 15 minutes left. Let's see how far we can get in 15 minutes. I am just going to put this little beauty on here just like this, okay? Let's get us some Mod Podge. And I'm gonna put a little bit right here, because I'm just gonna use the same little foam brush to do some podging up in here. And put my lid back on before I forget, and just run out the door, because I do have to run out the door right after my live as usual. But my daughter's Mooey needs a haircut, so we're taking her to get her hair cut, get all clipped up, so that she can look pretty to be shown tomorrow. So we're very happy that we have sweet people in our lives who help us take care of that. Oh, Lynn. Hello, Lynn. I didn't see you coming either. I keep looking down, doing my crafting things, and I'm missing y'all. That looks so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. If there was a Yeehaw Meemaw garland in the world, it's going to have doilies, and it's going to have crocheted things. Oh, look at how cute those look together. Oh my gosh. You could alternate this with this, and, you know, do back and forth with these. Wouldn't that be so stinking darling? Okay, now I have to quit gushing, and I have to actually craft here today. All right, so we've got these prints that I found on Etsy. I'm so bad about getting the Etsy shop names, but they have all kinds of pretty words on them, like adoration, with all my heart, devoted love, my heart is yours, romance, love in every moment, which I need to remember that, heartfelt wishes, treasured moments, love's embrace. And then I actually bought these last year on Etsy. Before I purchase new, I always go back into my Etsy purchases and see what I can like reuse or recycle or whatever. Anyways, I got these, and there's like a few of them. I just went ahead and printed all that I could use. And then there's these sweetheart labels. I like the sweetheart labels. However, I don't think that the color would go very well with what I've got going on. I do think that these would work a lot better, just because it's got more of like the rose burgundy elements as opposed to the bright red. So I think this one is out. These also have the same colorings. So what you could do is either layer them or just, you know, go back and forth or whatever. I think today I'm going to just use these. I'm just going to use these, and I'm going to, this says Sweet Vintage Prints. If it didn't have the name on it, I wouldn't know where it came from. Yes, it's Sweet Vintage Prints. So if you want these, they are vintage peony labels on Etsy. Okay, so you are able to find that. Okay, I'm really hoping we can get through at least one of these guys, so that we can, I'm just going to use some water around very roughly so that I can pull it. They're also very, I don't want to say messy, but I really want a rough look to it. So I'm going to just give it a pull and a pull all the way around. Y'all are very used to me doing this little number right here, doing the water pull on my images, because I love the torn look. It is just very vintagey, very Yeehaw Meemaw. I'm gonna be on this kick for a while. Y'all hang in there with me. Okay, let me pull some of this off. Need more water here. That dried quick on that side. Okay, pull this off. Y'all, same things. Okay, pull. Just get all those little edges off. Okay. All right, so there we go. I'm not gonna concern myself too much with any white that stayed, because I'm going to use Miss Tracy's Coffee Podge. Mine does look a little bit different from hers because I used clear school glue instead of the white. It still works great, and it's got that staining in there. So let me flip this over first. I'll flip this over and get it all over the back. Okay. And I love these because they are so delicate looking. They bring in another element of the Yeehaw Meemaw situation, right? Because flowers and gardening and things like that are very in that element. So we've got that. Look at how pretty that is. Okay, now if you wanted to just do a heart in the center, like of your, look at, oh my gosh, you could definitely just do a heart without the chain and then hot glue it onto your doily, and that would also be so cute. There's so much you could do with this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am just in love. Yes, aren't they beautiful, Angelica? Thank you, Mary. I'm gonna sprinkle just a little bit of cinnamon here because I'm a cinnamon sprinkler. Can never go without sprinkling at least a little bit of cinnamon. Okay, let me go around there and really just kind of blend it in with my little foam brush there. All right, so that's how that's looking. Now I've got my coffee chalk paste that I've made. I made it on my last live. If you missed the tutorial on that, please check out my last live. It works very much like ink oxide. So what I'm looking to do is just kind of scruff up these corners of my bag. Okay, just watching my time here, watching my time. I don't want to go over on anybody else's time, but also we are leaving right after my live, so I've got children looking at me. Sweetie, you need to get dressed. Is that what you're wearing today? You are dressed? Okay. She's dressed. It's always fun when you can't tell if your kid is actually dressed. That should give you an idea of how comfy she's looking right now. We're going to the barn, and I don't think it's going to be very cool today. So you may want to wear something a little lighter than sweats. Okay. Kind of scruff those up. And you could even do like a dry brush of some paint, like the moss chalk paint. That would look really pretty in the background with this. Okay. Now I've got, instead of a regular jute, this is a pink jute. Look at that. And I don't even know where you would get this. It came in a box. It was a marketplace situation where somebody was selling their lot of craft supplies, and I said, pick me, pick me. And I think I paid maybe like 20 bucks for the whole box, and that, like, it came with a ton of like ribbon and jute and stuff. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to leave a good amount on this side just in case, but I'm not going to glue this in. I'm going to hot glue a seam. That's what I'm going to do. My hot glue gun may not like me because it's been on since my last live. Okay, I'm just hot gluing a seam so that my jute is fed through a hole, and I can slide this around if I need to, okay? And then you can affix it later if you want to. Because I'm kind of thinking I want to feed this through, but I don't have a needle with me. But I could just probably just go through these corner holes. That might be good enough. Okay. Oh, look at how cute that is. Okay, and then we want to do our hanging hearts, and I will just tie the string end to the top here. And it will just hang. And you just do that in between each, and you've got your little hearts. We can do a shorter yellow one on this side. Got 4 minutes. 4 minutes. I did want to tell y'all, next week is going to be crazy. I may try to fit in a live on Monday, but the rest of the week is going to be really hard for me because my daughter is having surgery. And so you may not see me all of next week. I may be just tending to my child, which is my #1 priority in this life, right? When I was first married to my husband, it was insanely hard for us to get pregnant. Like, I had to have surgery. There was just a lot of stuff that went into it. And so understandably, and you know, even if getting pregnant is easy for you, it's very understandable for your children to be your life, right? So anyways, my baby girl is having her tonsils and adenoids out on Wednesday. And so I will be tending to her, giving her all the cuddles and the love. Thank you so much, Miss Sonia. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Judy. All right. So there you go. Isn't that cute? And then you just repeat the pattern. Do your little long, short hearts. I like the different length of hearts because it just really gives a lot of interest, right? And then you've got your little crocheted granny square, and it's just so pretty. I love the paper and the yarn, and just like all the different elements really just gives it that vintage granny put this together look. you know what I mean? Oh, thank you, Anita. I appreciate you. I'm going to be trying to, I will probably plan out some posts to put on my page just so that Facebook doesn't think that I've gone dormant and I've given up on, you know, Facebooking and things. So if y'all will be sure to, you know, interact with my posts this next week and stuff, just so that Facebook doesn't forget about me. It's so easy for that algorithm to say, oh, nobody likes her anymore, or whatever, you know, just based off of a little snafu in, you know, your schedule or whatever. It gets crazy with all these algorithms. Adenoids, horrible breath. Oh no. Okay, is that long-term, Miss Sonia? She can get a numbing sucker made for her at a pharmacy. Okay. She's shaking her head no. She's like, oh no. Please turn your glue tool. Yes, thank you for the reminder. You are absolutely right. I need to unplug it because I am so horrible about doing that. I will leave it like all of the days. Oh, and I wanted to tell y'all real quick before I go. In my coffee chalk paste that I use to do my distressing, instead of putting in powdered cinnamon, because I love the smell of cinnamon, but it doesn't work well in this paste. So I'm using my homemade cinnamon extract in it. It's literally cinnamon sticks and vodka, and I've had this for years. You just keep adding vodka to it, 100 proof vodka, and let it sit, and it just, you get cinnamon extract. So just a little tip for you there. If you wanted to amp up any cinnamon flavoring in anything, or have a cinnamon scent in your coffee chalk paste. All right, well, I thank y'all for being here with me this morning. I thank you for your support, and I hope you will go back into Craft Around the Clock and hit refresh and watch our next sister coming up. I thank you again so much, and thank you for making a homemade home with me today. Bye, y'all.